Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and welcome to our session. Today, this is session 2 of our 3-part series on automating SAP processes in the cloud. And we're going to be talking about the Automate offerings and how we can help you adopt a cloud-first strategy for your automation and overall process automation needs. I'm Andrew Hayden. I'll be your host today. And now I'm going to turn it over to Charles, and he's going to talk to you a little bit more about kind of where we are today with being able to help you move to the cloud and what's available now. So, Charles?
All right. Let's talk about the Automate offering, which is something our customers have been requesting for quite some time, and we're very happy to offer now. I'm going to start with some of the benefits of the cloud-first IT strategy. There are many more examples than I have listed here, but I wanted to call out some of the examples I've heard from our customers. Starting with optimizing your IT infrastructure, lowering electricity expenses, reduce staffing, lower, more predictable capital costs, improved reliability without the need for redundancy, and even a reduced carbon footprint. So there are many more reasons why moving to the cloud could be a good idea for you, but these are some of the things that I wanted to kind of call out here. Now, what does our software include compared to an on-prem deployment? And I just want to cover these at a high level, but we'll kind of walk through the list here. Starting with your deployment options. We offer hosting through AWS. We partner with them for this offering. You have the option to either deploy on-prem through AWS, through Azure, through Google, right? Any of the other places that you could have hosting from, but our offer specifically will be managed through AWS. Through us, the hosting and managed service agreement would be all-inclusive and just through Precisely. So you just have one group to work with for supporting your Automate deployment rather than having multiple different partners that you would have to engage with. As part of this offer, you get both a non-production and a production environment. You can add any additional environments you want as well. But you'll start with a dev and a prod, and you can add things in like a QA if you'd like as well. From an infrastructure support standpoint, the servers themselves are going to be managed by the Precisely DevOps team, so they will be responsible for the environments themselves. That includes operating system and database support, meaning things like patching would be covered by our DevOps team as well. Application support, this would still come out of our customer support team, so no change from how that happens currently in the on-prem world. So customer support team will be responsible for supporting the applications like Evolve and Studio, and then the DevOps team is responsible for the environment itself. Managed services, this is kind of a catch-all line for any type of support for the environment. But items like system monitoring, daily backups, environment testing, etc., are included as part of this offer as well. You also get upgrades to your Evolve or Studio Manager system. So you are entitled to these upgrades at no additional cost. So as new versions are released, you can migrate to them, get upgraded to them whenever you are ready. And that, again, won't cost you any additional money. You also get scalability to meet new demands. This is, part of just flexibility of being in the cloud in general. But as an example, if you started off with a smaller group of users or a smaller group of solutions and found that as you continued to add more users or add solutions, that you needed the system to kind of keep pace with you. That's very easy to do in the cloud, and it's definitely something that we can do as a part of our offer as well. Next, we've got SSO configuration. So our teams will work with your SSO team to configure single sign-on for your system. And then finally, and perhaps most importantly, security management. Our team provides proactive vulnerability management as well as 24/7 monitoring and protection from intrusion. So all of the security aspects that your IT team might have to take care of on-prem, our DevOps team would be taken care of as part of our offering. Now, taking a look at support coverage, I do want to call out that we provide a 99.9% uptime SLA. So you can be rest assured that the environment will be up. But in terms of the actual support you can expect, we kind of break it out into two different groups and two different time frames. Environment support, which is from our DevOps team, is provided 24/7, and this includes any issue with the environment themselves. So servers have issues, the database has issues, the DevOps team is going to be on there 24/7 to take care of those. Application support, which again means support for like the Evolve and Studio applications themselves, is 24/5 and handled through our customer support group. You, of course, have access to our knowledge base to submit support tickets. There just won't be a live person on the weekends. So 24/5 for those support issues for the application itself. And so these are some of the high-level details about our automation offering. Again, we're really excited that this is now something that customers can get access to and take advantage of. But let us know in the chat if you have any questions on this as we move on. And next, I want to talk about expanding automation, and in particular, automating processes beyond SAP. First, I want to talk to you about our new portal framework. What this allows you to do is open up your Evolve system to external participants outside of your organization. You can create custom portals for your customers, vendors, business partners, or even employees for self-service of their own data. This means you can streamline your master data processes. You also get a simplified portal for a simplified portal development experience. And you can also create internal portals to customize and brand the experience for your employees as a part of your Evolve environment. The design experience itself is going to be very similar to what you see in our form builder today. Currently, it's widget-based, and you can add new lists or tables or cards wherever you want them to be on the page. So they will appear where you want them to be, and you can kind of see that in the image here. This also means it's a visual experience, so you see exactly where the widget you added is going to show up as you build the portal. So as you start to add these things, you'll actually see them show up there on the side. It's no code development, but if you wanted to get more technical and add in things like HTML sections, you can do that as well. But typically portal designers are just going to utilize drag and drop to place widgets where they'd like, resize them as needed to kind of build out that portal that they want. And then finally, I did want to call out that you can assign specific Evolve processes to specific portals. So you can have as many portals as you want, but just as an example, a customer portal could have a customer master data solution published to it, and those external users, those customers of yours, would have access to that solution, but wouldn't have access to any other solutions on your Evolve site. So you could have solutions for vendors that are part of a completely separate portal, and there's no cross-mixing of those solutions unless you want there to be. So you actually decide which solutions are a part of which portals. Now, here's a look at what this looks like practically. So your external portal user off to the left here, they would access the site that's been published and is hosted on Azure. So that is something I should call out here. The portal framework that we have is exclusively hosted on Azure, but that portal can communicate with your Evolve system, whether your system is on-prem or hosted through us or hosted somewhere in a private cloud of your own. And then from there, Evolve handles any communication that happens with SAP. Some example use cases for the portals include things like customer onboarding, change requests, profile management, etc. And similarly, the same use cases could apply to a vendor portal as well. This has been a really common request we've received over the past several years to kind of extend vendor customer onboarding scenarios to stakeholders outside of the organization. So I am thrilled that we now have this capability that our customers can take advantage of and really open up new opportunities to deliver not only a better user experience, but better services for their customers and vendors. It's also been really apparent in our conversations with Gartner that this is an area that's largely still unsolved for a lot of our customers. Companies are left trying to piece together their own solutions, and with Evolve portals, they can do all of that within a single platform. Next, we're going to talk about APIs, and with the 20.2 release of Automate Evolve last year, we introduced this set of RESTful APIs that enables Evolve to manage and automate broader end-to-end processes by connecting not just SAP, but multiple systems of record with that Evolve system. These APIs help solution developers efficiently integrate systems and processes to eliminate manual data management that often leads to poor data quality and ungoverned process tracking. For teams creating seamless end-to-end solutions, Evolve automates business processes that require complex SAP data interactions with other third-party systems like Salesforce, or systems that use the OData protocol, such as SAP. Traditionally, processes like these require inflexible, custom solutions that do not easily adjust to the dynamic business environments that you guys are working in. Evolve gives you the agility and flexibility you need to compete and thrive in today's sort of ever-changing business landscape. So now getting into the actual APIs themselves, we have an SAP Data API, which is a REST API that enables direct integration with SAP for scenarios that don't require data enrichment. It acts as kind of a last mile into SAP for other applications and eliminates the need for RPA bots to screen scrape the UI and delivers faster and more stable process automation. Next is our Evolve Digital Access API. This API allows you to seamlessly kick off Evolve workflow processes from other systems of record for either human-assisted workflows or completely automated sequences before ultimately being posted to SAP. Finally, we now have support for third-party APIs as well. This enables Evolve solution developers to easily integrate with other systems of record beyond SAP that have RESTful APIs as options there. One example that we frequently hear from our customers is Salesforce, as an example. So you can now query data from these third-party systems like Salesforce into your Evolve process, or you can send data from your Evolve process into these third-party systems. This combination of APIs is available, again, only with Evolve 20.2, but we really feel this delivers a significant benefit to SAP teams looking to be part of a larger, more complex digital transformation and automation process. I wanted to kind of quickly touch on some example use cases for these APIs, and we'll start with the SAP Data API, which again enables that direct integration via the Windshuttle function module with SAP ERP systems for loading data into SAP. And what we've heard from our customers and what we're seeing is that this API is commonly used with things like RPA bots. So again, kind of being that last mile integration step into SAP rather than relying on a screen scraping type execution. But also partners of ours like Abby, who take data and can then send it into SAP using our API, or really any other third-party application that you need to get data easily in and out of your SAP system. ServiceNow is one that has come up quite a bit recently as well. And just to specifically make this point, this is an add-on to Studio Manager or Evolve. So the rest of the APIs, the Digital Access API and the third-party API support are only available in Evolve, but this API is available as part of our Studio Manager offering as well. The Digital Access API allows you to start Evolve processes or interact with them from other systems of record. And again, Salesforce and ServiceNow tend to be a pretty common one that we hear about here. But this really allows Evolve to handle workflows without users having to manually start them from within Evolve. They can actually kick off that process as a part of their task that they're doing in Salesforce or in ServiceNow before that data is eventually moved into SAP. And then finally, again, support for the third-party RESTful APIs. We really feel like this is going to be a big, big benefit to those Evolve solution developers so that they can start integrating with other systems of record that have RESTful APIs, which we can consume. Again, Salesforce tends to be a pretty common one that we hear from here, but also SAP's OData services. We're starting to hear more and more from our customers about them wanting to interact with SAP's OData services as well. So you can query data from these systems into an Evolve form, or send data from an Evolve form into those third-party systems, depending on your use case. And it can also be used in conjunction with the Digital Access API to kind of complete a process, right, and manage and govern data using Evolve through those workflows, but to support a broader digital transformation initiative.
I want to thank everyone for attending. Hopefully you have a better understanding of our Automate products from Precisely. Let's definitely continue this conversation. You can find out more information at precisely.com. If you look in the solution section, you can find more things like case studies and white papers and demos and really lots of things to help you get a better understanding of how we can help you address some of those challenges you have with those complex SAP processes. However, if you have a specific need in mind, definitely get in touch with us. You can get in touch with us directly through precisely.com and set up a 30-minute call. We will get back to you and really discuss your specific need and how we can help you. Now, finally, I just want to thank you for being here. I know your time is valuable and we very much appreciate it. And hopefully you have a great day. Thanks very much.